K-Share Beats.
Fuck what the crackers talking, we frontlining. Way before the quarantine, we see you punks hiding. See us and y'all swerve like you drunk driving. We just want to debate, we don't want violence. Fuck what the crackers talking, we front.
What's going on? What's going on with you? What's your?
I'm willing to listen to what you're saying. You know.
Did you take a look at the sign earlier? What was your issue with the sign, if any?
What did it say that white people?
God hates all white people.
Yeah.
Are you white?
I'm Jewish.
You're Jewish. From where? From where?
Europe.
What country in Europe?
Ashkenazi.
You're Ashkenazi.
Yeah.
Did you get that information by passing down information, or did you get that by a DNA test?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
Who told you were Jewish?
My grandparents, they were German Jews.
German Jews? Interesting. Was Hitler German?
Yeah.
Austrian, right? It's right next door.
Yeah.
So, I have a couple questions. Well, I don't want to cut you off, but in reference to being a German Jew, what proves that those were Jews over there? What history proves that those were Jews there?
Just coming down through the line, you know, that...
Where'd they come from,
My
though?
mother was Jewish.
No, I'm talking about the German Jews, not your particular grandfather.
Yeah.
How they got there, like where'd they come from? Because that's not their original land, right? The German
No,
Jews.
I mean, originally the Jewish people were from the Middle East.
Okay.
Right?
So, do you believe in that, though? Do you believe you're a Jew?
I think that's what my family through the generations.
The oral tradition.
Yeah.
That's what they told you, right?
Yeah.
Do you practice Judaism?
I do not.
Why not?
I wasn't raised with any religion. My grandparents, after the whole Holocaust thing, completely lost their faith.
They lost their faith?
Yes.
Interesting.
Because they didn't find that prophesied in the book, that's why.
Well, because, you know, it's the whole thing, you're getting killed because of who you are, and they lost their
Interesting.
faith in God because...
But who's over there in the land today that's practicing Judaism? And they still proclaim to be Jewish. They're not afraid of any type of reprimand or anything like that. Because right after the quote-unquote Holocaust, what happened? You went right back to the land, right?
Oh, to Israel?
Yeah, to Israel. That's what happened. Correct?
Yeah, my grandparents were not into the whole Israel thing.
But that's their heritage according to what you're saying to me.
My grandfather was very much like, he felt like the whole thing of fighting for Israel was completely against what God would want.
Yeah, there is a separation.
Okay. So those I don't know what type of Jew I mean, because there's Ashkenazi Jews in Israel too.
Yes.
So basically,
Yeah,
your grandfather.
Well, because he could have gone and had citizenship in
Yeah.
Israel, but he didn't want to because he felt like. I'm trying to remember how he used to explain it. He died when I was a teenager, but it's what stuck with me that.
Essentially, he didn't agree with the way they got Israel, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
He
a
didn't
Okay.
think it was.
yeah, there's a group of Orthodox. There's a group of Orthodox Judaism, a sect of the Orthodox Judaism that believe that the Jewish state of Israel shouldn't exist, right? And they still march with the Palestinian.
He felt that the way they were trying to go about it with the fighting, you know, that was not. That was not.
It wasn't.
I'm not very.
Yeah, ethical in a way.
Yes, exactly.
But you know that was orchestrated, though, right?
How do you mean?
That whole 1948 business. That was orchestrated 30, 40 years in advance. In the Balfour Declaration. You familiar with that?
I'm not.
You're not familiar with it? Let's read about the Balfour Declaration. Because that whole World War II, I mean, that's not a problem. I'm referencing the Jewish aspect of it. because I'm gonna just cut to the chase. You're not a Jew. Your family aren't Jews. None of those Israelis over there are Jews. Those aren't the real Jews. That's why just a common concept of science, you know, because everybody else around there of that land is melanated for the most part, right? Europeans don't have a form of melanin that protects them from the sun, and that's why a few years ago they came out with a statistic saying the second largest group of people that are getting skin cancer are over there in Israel. Why is that? Why would God chosen people whose land they're supposed to be in get skin cancer for living in their own land? Because those aren't the real people. That's madness. You know who the Israelites today? You're looking at them. That's a
Right.
people.
That's right.
Do you not think that, do you believe in like the way that evolution happens? That, okay, these people have been living up in...
Oh, from the cold and they just got...
Yeah,
No, that's
exactly.
madness. That's madness. You know where Nepal is?
Yeah,
Are there melanated people there?
I don't know.
Of course there is. Like East Indian people, Nepal is kind of like right by there.
You know what, I agree that...
Western Russia,
That, like, you know, when you get blue eyes and blonde hair and white skin, that's basically...
that's evolution to you.
No, not evolution.
That's what you kind of said to me though.
No, no.
People's skin can turn white over a course of period of time for living in a certain place, right?
Yeah.
So that's where you...
So it kind of got bred. I don't know. Are you trying to say that because that's my ancestry that God hates me?
Well, you will be considered an Edomite. So in that reference, yes, God hates you. Minus the Jewish aspect, because that's what we're talking about. The simple fact that you descend from the line of Esau in the Bible, you don't believe in the Bible, right? You don't practice Judaism, but you believe in the Bible. Because Judaism technically is found in the Bible, right?
Yeah.
The laws of Moses, things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. But you don't practice it on a day-to-day basis.
I do not.
That's not a problem. I'm referencing your lineage, though.
Right.
Because everybody descends from somebody in the Bible if you believe in the Bible, right?
Sure.
So what you said about evolution and how people can change their skin like a chameleon, that's rhetoric.
No, that's
People
not.
aren't walking around looking like octopuses and can just morph into whatever color they can want.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
You kind of said that though. So where do white people come from? Because you referenced something about being cold.
But are you saying that because, you know, my ancestors migrated up to wherever and whatever mutation happened, that, I mean, it's, you know, it's actually scientific fact where they say, oh, blue eyes are actually a mutation.
It's a recessive trait. It's not a mutation.
Well, but if you, like if I have blue eyes and my boyfriend's Latino and we have a kid, kid's probably gonna have brown eyes, like
Possibly.
right?
Possibly, yeah.
Ask if she can use the mic. Can she use the mic?
No. We're having a conversation. You're ignoring it. You're being rude, man.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying, you know.
Oh,
So,
we're having a
like,
dialogue. We're having a respectable dialogue.
No, so I'm curious, like.
But that's why I asked you earlier, where did the German Jews come from?
But I'm
Because you should have said they came from Israel. And they went up to Germany, turned white or whatever, how that happened, who knows, and then came back to Israel. That's what you should have said.
It's all genetic, right?
What's all genetics? What's all genetic though? What do you mean?
But like what color our skin is, right?
I mean, of course it could be genetics, yeah. Some people are born lighter, some people are born darker. I'm only saying that to say the Jewish aspect that you're trying to say, where your ancestors are from, I'm telling you those aren't the real Jews. You are a European. You are a Caucasian who descends from a person called Esau. You're not a Jew. Your parents aren't Jews, your grandfathers aren't Jews, or people in Israel aren't Jews. No. Those are Edomites. That's why you call yourself Ashkenazi. Who does Ashkenazi descend from in the Bible?
I don't.
You don't know. Give me that in Genesis 10.
But I'm just curious, like when you see me walking by, do you look at me and you say, God hates her?
Of course.
For sure.
Why wouldn't I?
For sure.
It's not about my
I don't
feelings.
know.
It's not about my feelings. It's about what God
No,
says.
it's just
I don't have to
like,
punch you in your face and kick you and trip you and spit on you and do none of that.
Like,
I look at every white person that walks by that sins for me, so God hates him, he's going to kill him.
That's right.
No emotion to it.
Right. And you got a white girlfriend about that too, huh?
Okay, I'm gonna
That's ridiculous.
I would never look at anyone.
You don't have to. But that's your emotions talking.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
At all.
So,
Like, I would never.
listen, like I said, I've been living on this earth for a long time. I'm not walking around cursing out white people, beating them up, doing anything like that. I'm just going off what God says.
I just think it's sad. That's
I
all.
think it's sad that white people conquer the known world and portray themselves as BS.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I think it's sad that they lock us up for no reason, kill us for no reason, oppress us in our own neighborhood, and then people come up here talking about we can't hate them and God doesn't hate them.
Right.
That's madness.
Bring it out.
Us finding our babies' remains to these days and coming from Catholic monasteries or these boarding schools. That's what makes us sad. You know what I mean?
No, it makes me sad too.
Okay.
I can't help
But
my
who's
parents.
responsible for that?
I can't help my parents were any more than you can help.
I agree with that 100%.
So
I agree with that 100%. What's your name?
Melissa.
What's that?
Melissa.
Melissa, like I said, I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news. Like I said, you say you believe in the Bible, right?
Not really.
Not really. Not a problem. You don't practice Judaism, but would you say you're Jewish though? Still.
No.
But you
That's
just
it, my ancestors.
okay. You were just told that, so you would think you're just a regular white girl, whatever.
Sure.
Okay, great.
I'm just not white girl, just a regular person.
You're a white girl. What do you put on the application when you get a job? Caucasian? Yeah, you put
Yeah.
white.
Oh, yeah.
Put your white. You can't walk up and say I'm Mexican. Like, wait a minute, your last name it doesn't add up.
No.
But where you at? Yeah, give me that first.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Yeah.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty,
Right.
but thou art rich. And I know
Well, this is the word. Well, you don't believe in the Bible. I don't want to ask you certain questions you might not agree with, but this is who the world calls Christ, not that guy. Because as you can see, that guy is a pedophile. He's a freak.
Right.
He had sex with his sister and murdered her husband because he's a freak. That's who they painted as Jesus Christ back in the 14th century.
Oh, yeah,
His name is Caesar Borgia. You familiar with that name?
I don't agree with any of that.
Okay, but we don't agree with it either.
I
But
don't think
some.
Jesus was, like a blonde hair guy. Absolutely not.
Great. But those people in Israel right now, are they blonde hair and blue eyed for the most part? What are they? Some of them have dark hair, some
I
of
mean, like, I don't, like, seriously, I'm not looking at
color. But that's just how people see things.
it is.
When you look at me, what do you see?
Black guy.
A black
But
guy.
you look at me and you see a white girl.
Of course.
And I look at my boyfriend and I see a Latino guy. I just...
Tell him to get out. Not a problem. But here's the point. Who the world calls Christ is given a prophecy referring to who your people call Jews, Jewish people. Read that again.
this is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and thy tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
Talking about the Israelites, we're rich in the spirit, rich because of the promises given to us. Read.
And I know the blasphemy of them.
Read that again.
I know the blasphemy of them which say
What does blasphemy mean?
Be against God.
In a way, but it means kind of like a lie. That's what it's referencing. The blasphemy, like a wicked lie, filthy lie. Read.
I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
Which what?
Which say they are Jews
And what?
and are not.
And what?
And are not.
What else?
But are the synagogue of Satan.
So Christ is referencing there's people on the earth that are going to come in the future.
Jesus said that?
Of course.
Or the Revelation said it?
John the Revelator is writing down what Jesus is telling you.
Okay, but if it's not something that Jesus specifically said, I don't...
Of course, he did say this. It's red letter.
Oh, okay.
It's red letter. It is. It's red letter.
But
You believe you believe Jesus existed?
I don't see any mention of color skin. That's what I'm saying.
Oh really? Oh really?
No.
Give me that in Revelation 4 and
Alright,
2.
let me hear it.
Actually, give me the first chapter and give me Revelation 4, and you give me the no, give me the sardine stone. Go, give me that.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
So it's describing his hair texture and color, white as wool. Who has woolly hair?
Woolly hair?
Woolly hair.
I guess people say that, that's woolly hair.
This is woolly, right?
Is that? Yeah, okay.
Do you have woolly hair?
Not, I have curly hair.
Yeah, you don't. Go ahead.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as
Christ has woolly hair and is white. Go ahead.
white as snow.
Read on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Read.
And his feet.
And his feet. What color are your feet? Same color as the rest of your body, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And his feet like unto fine brass,
Read.
as if it was burned in a furnace.
What color is fine brass?
I'm like brass.
What's brass?
It's like a gold, like kind of a gold thing. I mean, what would
It's like a penny.
say?
Like a penny, right? Brass is like a brown color. That's what brass is.
Yeah.
But read it again.
Like a, not golden.
It's brown.
But yeah.
It's
yeah,
brown.
And especially in the first century, who was ruling around that time? Rome, right?
Yeah.
And did you know that the Romans, they used to polish their brass with patina,
No.
which made it look brown?
Okay.
So that's how Roman brass looked like. It looked brown.
I'm just curious about. Okay, so.
Well, let's finish this real quick.
I just wanna. I have a question. What is your
Our message, our objective.
Like, so yeah, what are
Our
your
mission
something
statement?
Like, does it, am I just like, I'm completely down because of my ancestry?
Absolutely.
But like there are people who say that about black people or about like.
Well, we're in the midst of our judgment right now. You know, blacks and Hispanics went into slavery, and they're still being ruled over right now, right or wrong.
As sad as like that, you would say that about me as somebody.
It's not what I'm saying. It's what the Bible says.
That is, but you're.
I'm just the messenger of the Bible. If the Bible didn't exist, I wouldn't be saying this.
So I just have there's no hope for me.
No.
Alright. Well,
There's going to be a time and place where America's going to be destroyed.
well, if
All right, Melissa, let me tell you this real quick before you go.
So there's nothing I can do.
In reference to what? You don't even believe in the Bible.
Well, no, but according to you.
So why would you expect some type of mercy from God you don't even believe in His word?
Alright.
What?
It's just, I don't know, like, if I was like, oh yes, I believe in the Bible.
And I still tell you, you'd be screwed.
Okay,
It doesn't mean
so
anything.
I don't know why we're even having a conversation.
Well, I appreciate the dialogue. That's all. Our message, just to cut to the chase. Our message is to wake up our people. We can wake you up as well. Tell you who you are biblically, whether you believe it or not. You believe?
I'm just fucked.
Yeah. That's how God created. God created people to be judged. He created the white man to be the perfect, wicked vessel on the earth, and then turn around and destroy him. Give me that in Hebrews.
I'm sorry, I've been willing to listen and to talk.
You don't want to hear your judgment.
No, just if there's nothing I can do.
What do you plan on doing? What do you think you can do, if anything?
Well, apparently nothing.
But what would you try to do though?
I would.
I'm not sure what your lifestyle is, what you try to do on a daily basis. You say you got a boyfriend that's Latino, which is whatever. But what do you do in the community? What do you do to preach truth to power? Because that's what we're doing. We're listening as future terrorists for doing what we do out here.
I work for criminal defense attorney. We try to help people who are indigent who are being accused of crimes. I mean,
Accused of crimes.
I don't know what else.
But do you realize, like,
what can I do?
but here's the thing.
According to you, what can I do?
Listen, I hope you get all blacks and Hispanics out of that jail. That's what I hope. I don't care about any white people in jail, because they created a system for us to be in jail, right? They created crack cocaine, put it in our hood, gave us guns, and now guess what? Years later, all they gotta do is step back and watch us kill each other. Isn't that what Pac said in the song?
Yep.
Give us guns, step back, watch us kill each other. And that's what's wrong with our people. We're so used to going against what our divine objective should be, which is serve God. We gotta come out and tell the people, guess what? You're better than who they portray you to be. You don't have to follow music and music videos and all these different things in the earth to be considered cool or down or all that type of stuff. That's our mindset. Because we're so downtrodden, we don't have nothing to cling on to. First of all, we don't know who we are. All we know is we became enslaved ships.
Right.
But we have a history long before that. Just like your people have a history long before conquering the Americans. So your history, which is modern history, is slavery, oppression, and murder.
That's right.
Rape, rob, and murder. That's your history. That's the white man's legacy on the earth. Conquering the known world, right or wrong. So why wouldn't God have a problem with that? Even though you're in your position of you know, I'm not saying it's a wrong position. I'm just saying you're in a position where you think, oh, I'm going to help society and be on the good side of the coin. But in all actuality, your people created this whole system for us to be a part of that system. The first jail happened right after slavery ended.
And I can't help that. But
I agree.
So all I
agree.
can do is try to be the best person I can and to help
And I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all.
I think it's really sad that you would still try to hold all of this against.
I'm not holding anything against you. I'm going off of what the book says. That's probably why you don't believe in the book. Give me that in Job. What's that?
I just find it really sad. And
Why do you keep putting it on me though?
No, I'm not.
You're saying me. I keep saying these sad things to you. I don't think it's sad at all. I think it's a joyous thing.
That's right.
I believe it's going to be a spectacle. And that's how God feels. I want us to be under the oppressive state of the Caucasian man.
I would never say that anyone is hated by God because of their
But why?
their skin. And I think
It's not about. I never said anything about skin colors.
You just said white man who's.
But that's the colloquial term that we all familiar with, though. It's about your lineage.
Right.
Because there's white people that look black. Bob Marley is a white man.
That's right.
According to me, because his father's white. It doesn't matter what you look like.
So, no
Because
matter
if you walked up to me looking like a black person, I'd say, okay, well, who's your father? If you told me as a quote unquote melanated person your father was white, guess what? You're still in that category. It doesn't matter if your skin's white, black, you look like an Asian, East Indian, whatever the case may be. It's not about your skin color, because it's what we call a chocolate covered Edomite.
All I can do is walk away and say that
Not a problem. And we're going to tell you you're going into change. You and your people.
If you don't believe in the book, what's the worry? I mean,
That's
you worry about if you don't believe in the Bible. I mean,
That's true as well. I just think.
and you keep asking us, what can I do for you? Like you can't. Like,
No, I'm not saying what can
why
I
are you
do.
so worried about how we feel, or if you don't even believe in the Bible, why are you tripping? Like,
I'm not tripping. I just.
You are tripping. You keep saying what we're saying is sad to you. But you don't have to agree with us.
No, I
You
don't
can
agree.
go about your day, defend people in the law office or wherever you say you work at, and then forget about it. You probably don't forget about it next month. You're not gonna think about this. Right or wrong. You're not gonna remember this stuff. You're gonna look at TV and think, oh man, Russia's going crazy over there. That's what you're gonna think. And that's in the Bible as well. Russia, North Korea, Iraq, Iran, all them people over there, they're gonna press the button. And America's gonna be belong to smithereens. And this is in the Bible.
Right.
So that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I believe in the Creator. I believe in the Creator of heaven and earth, the God of the Bible. Everybody says they believe in God, but they don't go to the Bible and be like, man, if I have a judgment written, just believe it. Why not? There's people of our nation that are going to be put to death for disobedience and wickedness. You referenced earlier, we shoot at each other, sell drugs to each other, commit adultery. Those people are going to die too. The only difference is they're going to have a chance of redemption. The white race, the Caucasian race, who we know as Esau, they're not going to have a chance of redemption because they've done too much wickedness in God's eyes. Too much. There's a 500-year run of bloodshed and murder in America, and God's going to see that, okay, guess what? I'm going to give me that, you know what I want? Give me second Maccabees. My bad. Second Maccabees 6.
Oh, Maccabees is considered like a by
Deuterocanonical.
yeah, exactly.
But it's history though. You're
Yeah.
familiar with that book though, right? They took that book out.
The Jewish people only read it during Hanukkah.
Yeah, Hanukkah. Yeah, yeah. That's where you find
Right,
Hanukkah.
right.
But there's other chapters we're gonna read. 6 and 6. No, 6 and 12. Yeah, give me that.
Second Maccabees 6 and 12. Now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities.
Talking about the Israelites, don't be discouraged at what you're going through. The affliction, the rape, robbery, murder that you suffer. Go ahead.
Under white people at this time too.
Under the Greeks, which are white people. Read.
Now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for those calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction,
Yeah, don't judge the punishments that we went through as for destruction. We went through slavery, not to destroy us. Read.
but for chastening of our nation.
Yeah, for chastening for disobeying God's laws in the ancient world. All these things happen to our people because we disobey God's laws. That's in Deuteronomy 28. Break these laws, you're going to go through curses. And that includes being oppressed to you. Read.
For it is a token of his great goodness.
Read on.
When wicked doers,
When what?
wicked doers,
Wicked doers or what?
are not suffered any long time,
Exactly. So right when you do wickedness, I'm going to judge you for it right then and there. That's how God was doing it back in the ancient world. Now today, you murder somebody, you run to the border, flee the country for 6-7 months, a year at a time. God's not judging you at that time, but guess what? He could judge you. You might go to Mexico and get your head blown off. Because it's wickedness over there too, right?
look, for it is a great, now watch this, but for a chastening of our nation, for it is a token of his great goodness.
Read.
When wicked doers are not suffered any long time,
Yeah, exactly. Because if somebody's doing wickedness in this community, people are what? They're going to follow suit. People sell drugs like it's cool. You know what I mean? They see it on music videos. Oh, I sold drugs to get this diamond chain. Man, I can do that too. Instead of getting a job, I can just rob somebody and kill somebody and pimp somebody out. Take the easy route, as they call it. Go ahead. Without being punished, you know?
when wicked doers are not suffered any long time, but
So if they do that and they get judged for it, people look like, damn, like, I can't follow that route. That person got judged for it. So that's what God's announcing this time. I'm going to chastise you in order for people to use it as a witness against people to not go that way. Read.
but forthwith punished.
For punishing them. He's going to allow that to be done to punish people to use it as a witness. Read.
For not as of other nations,
As what?
not as with other nations,
With other nations, the Edomites, the white man. Read.
whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish,
As what?
patiently forbeareth to punish,
Patiently forbearance to punish. What is a forbearance?
Patient.
No, you familiar with, you have a school loan?
I have what?
A school loan, like a loan from like college.
No, I didn't go to
A
college.
forbearance, like I used to work for the Department of Education. A forbearance, like if you have a school loan and you can't pay it, you will put it on something called a forbearance, basically to put the payments on hold and not get penalized and interest things like that. So that's what he's talking about. So other nations don't get punished as soon as they do a crime. So that's what he's talking about. God patiently forbears and waits to punish them. Read.
till they become to the fullness of their sins.
Read that from the top.
Okay. For not as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish, till they become to the fullness of their sins.
So they become to the fullness of their sins. So God's going to sit back and wait, let that bill, that tab run up, and then he's going to put the slam them. That's what he's talking about. So the white man hasn't been judged for the wickedness for the last 500 years. America hasn't been judged for going to war with Spain, going to war with Europe, all those other countries yet. They conquered them. The French Revolutionary War, the Spanish Revolutionary War, Civil War, all that type of stuff. White man hasn't seen death yet. This country hasn't been touched in reference to calamity, things like that. 9/11 wasn't a real judgment on the earth at that time, or in America.
I can agree as much as I can, but I don't, like I said, I don't know, so that just means I should just walk and not listen to you guys at all because I'm
Listen,
fucked.
listen, I'm just telling you, as long as you're up here, I'm going to tell you what the Bible says.
Okay.
Don't look at me as some type of evil person.
No.
I'm looking forward to the God's judgment on the earth.
Me as
If
an
that
evil-
includes me, guess what? I have no choice in the matter.
I just
if I get judged, hey, guess what? Most I had in the cards. I can't say, God, man, you tricked me. Like, no. I fell into whatever plan he had for me. If I get hit by a car later on today or next week, guess what? God had in the plans.
I would just
Keep
hope
reading
that
that.
we can all look at each other and not feel this way.
And not feel this way.
No,
If we felt that way, you'd be getting boots to your neck right now.
What?
You'd be getting hands and feet put on you. We're not doing that. We're not ready to beat you up or curse you out.
I don't think so
I'm
either.
telling you the end result. I'm telling you the end of your people. You can laugh. Like I said, it's no problem. All I'm telling you is that the end result of the white race, they're going into slavery, along with other, not just you, the Asian man, the East Indian man, the quote-unquote African man, all those people are going into slavery for what they did to our people in the ancient world and what's happening today. It's not just you. You're the only race that's not going to be redeemed. You're going to be wiped out. You're going to be exterminated. Everybody else, they're going to have a chance of redemption, like I said, because your wickedness has reached the heavens. Go ahead.
So they become the fullness of the sin, so deal he with us. Lest that, being come to the height of sin,
Yeah, we come to the height of our sin, Reed.
afterwards he shall take vengeance of us.
If he treated us like y'all, he do exactly how he says he's going to do to Edomites. If the Most High waited to punish us, all of us would be running rampant doing wickedness at this time. But instead, he treats us differently, judges us accordingly because we broke his laws from day one, and that's why he put all the curses on us. But guess what? He's going to redeem us because we're his chosen people regardless. He loves us regardless. But like I said, the only people he doesn't love, like it says in what's that? Not Babylon 2, but Zondervan Bible Dictionary. The only people that don't have redemption is the Edomites, who are the white people today. Read that.
I'm not trying to, but that's
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And it was interesting talking to y'all.
No problem, Melissa. Tell your Ashkenazi Jewish friends, prepare for slavery.
Right.
That's our message to you. Our people have a different message: to repent and keep laws or perish.
She was like begging.
Yeah, she wanted to change our message. Oh my God, this white girl, she's so emotional over it. Maybe I should just be a collaborator and be a coon and sell out because she has some crocodile tears.
Hey, fine. Okay, just you. You're cool.
Oh my God, you're not like everybody else? No. No. You're not gonna fool me, devil. Keep reading that though. Read that last one.
Okay, and therefore he never withdraweth his mercy from us.
Never withdraw his mercy from us because he already promises we're gonna be redeemed and go back to the land as long as we get right. Go ahead.
Though he punish us, and though he punish with adversity, yet doth he never forsake his people.
The Most High never gonna forsake the Israelites, who are the Black, Hispanic, Native Americans on this side of the world. What you got? What's going on with that brother? What's going on with him? Oh, okay. You got any questions, man? Get that man a flyer, man. Read this.
Flyers.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 19. Thou wilt say unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will? Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against God?
That's her problem. She wants to reply against God. We're the representatives of God right now, reading his word right now. She thinks she can escape from her people's oppressive mind state and their murderous culture.
Right.
We don't have no say-so in it. We believe in the Bible, man. We're not going to cut corners for your tears, man. I don't care. It's not about your feelings. Go ahead.
Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
Why did they make me white? I can't believe you guys feel this way. I have a Mexican boyfriend, so that should be something, right? No. Tell that brother to get the hell out of there.
That's right.
Don't join hand in hand with these damn devils, man.